Bulls don't like red. Just don't upset the bull. It looks like there's something wrong, but is there actually? Pork chop, chuck wagon. Where do you get some of these names from? Well, beauty. All beauty and no brains. And she has gone for the Lions. And there's two of us. I actually agree with her. We both got our predictions wrong. But this week, we're going to see what young Alistair here thinks about it. Who he thinks is going to win the final test on Saturday. But first, it's time to answer your Emirates fans questions. Right then, time now for your Emirates fans questions. So let's get into it. Ginger Centre, what's your favourite colour? Do you know what? I'm torn between two here. I always am blue and red, because red is the colour of Wales. I'll go with blue. Blue is my favourite colour, blue. Because actually, bulls don't like red. Just don't upset the bull. Right, next question is from Chuck Wagon. When refereeing an absolute cracking game, how difficult is it not to get caught up in the excitement and forget you're the ref? You really have to be focused and concentrate on what you're doing. So you're quite oblivious sometimes to really what goes on all around you. But yeah, sometimes in big matches and big occasions, you know, when there is a cracking try score from their own try line or something, you are aware of some brilliant skill within that game, yes. But you don't really appreciate it all until you sit down afterwards. But I always enjoy the games, no matter how difficult the games are. John Milligan, will you commentate on the Six Nations? Oh, I don't know. It depends if I get the opportunity, so you'll have to let them know. Pork Chop asks, most memorable game as a referee? My most memorable game, that would be South Africa, New Zealand, out in Ellis Park in 2013. A lot of people say it's the greatest game they've ever seen. So if you've got a chance, have a look at it. It really was a brilliant game of rugby, and an absolute privilege to be a part of it. This comes from Fluky15. Where do you get these? There's a question from me now to all of you who send the questions in. Where do you get some of these names from? Pork chop, chuck wagon, John Milligan, I get where you get that from, because it's probably your name. Anyway, out of all the players you have refereed, who was the biggest personality change when it's game time? As in, who is the angriest on the field, but also the nicest off the field? I would probably go for Bakis Botha, I think. When Bakis Botha was on that field, he was an animal, he was. And obviously he got sent off a couple of times, cited a couple of times. He really was a bruiser on that field. But then off the field, he was the nicest person you could meet. So Teronix asks, is that Quade Cooper? What do you mean, is that Quade Cooper? Oh, is that Quade Cooper? Well, yes it is. Well done, Teronix, and everybody else who got the answer right. Now I've answered your question, I'd love you to let me know who your favourite player is from the Springboks and Lions camp. And let me know in the comments below. Time now for Whistle Watch. I forgot to whistle again. Well, it certainly was another bruising encounter in Cape Town. Lots of talking points, so let's have a look at them. We'll have a look at the Duan van der Merwe yellow card first of all. A very good call by the officials here, I think, because you can't trip or kick a player. If you kick a player in a game of rugby, it's usually a red card. But what happens here, the ball is bouncing. Van der Merwe goes to kick it, but obviously the ball is gone and then he catches Colby, the player, with a kick. So it's a very sensible and a good decision by the officials then to give a yellow card for that. A bit more out of frustration and mistiming rather than any intent to kick a player. So a yellow card was a good decision. Okay, the next one, the Faf de Klerk tackle. It doesn't look good. It just looks like he rushes in, but from what I've seen and from what we saw during the game time, I can't see anything actually illegal happening. Because Faf de Klerk goes in upright, he tends to sort of wrap his arms, so I can't really see an illegal action. So I understand and agree with the officials here where they haven't given any further action to it. It looks like there's something wrong, but is there actually? I can't see anything to prove otherwise. And then we'll go on to the arm try. And this is a very, very tough decision. Now, if the ball is on the floor and the player's hand comes down and just the front of his fingertips actually touch the ball, then that's a try. Because only downward pressure is needed because the ball is on the ground, the player is not carrying it. In this one, ball is actually off the ground. So in order for him to have that try, if the ball is sort of in his hand like that, bringing it down, then to me, that is a try. The interesting one here is, on one angle, it looks like the ball is actually, when it touches the ground, is moving along the side of the player's hand. So that then does not constitute downward pressure if the ball was in the air and you bring it down like that. So what they're feeling is, as that ball was coming down, there was still enough of this palm of the hand on the ball and it made contact with the ground to allow the try. And if that's the case, then the try is good. It really is one of those difficult decisions. Now it's time to play Love It or Hate It. Marmite, like it. Definitely love it. Used to, not so much now. I'll go for like it. Oh yes, no, I love it. Brussels sprouts, I do. Love it. Twitter, yes, love it. Love it. No, definitely a no. Big no. Oh, no way. 100% no. Whiskey. It used to be a no, but now it's a yes. Whiskey and ginger, that's what I like, and a bit of lime in it. 100%. Yeah, the Bulls have got some rings in their noses. Personally, not for me, but for some people it does suit them. So, but personally, no, not me. No. I'm not saying that the program shouldn't be on, but it's not my program. No. Players with an attitude. Of course, yes, definitely. Best stadium in the world. Yeah, I like football. I don't like the way that players behave sometimes, but I like football. Not like it. Oh. Well, it depends if you're drunk or not. But no, I do like it. Whistle watch. Right then, this is the prediction that really counts. This is the big one Saturday, so all the pressure is on Ulster here. As you can see, we've got green for the Springboks, red for the Lions, but there's also blue for a draw game or a drawn series, because we knew what happened last time out in New Zealand, don't we? There you are. He's gone for green. South Africa to win the series. Myron Ulster has spoken. Springboks for the series. Let's see if he's right. So much to talk about today, but I want to know, what do you think? Who do you think is going to win the series next week? Who's your favourite player? It's going to be one hell of a game. Bring on Saturday. See you soon.